Subconscious, we would like to be able to understand a little bit more information about the broadcast that is going to be taking place, please. Are you happy to be able to explain this more to us?
I'll do my best, yes.
Thank you so much. Subconscious, can you explain to us how is it going to look for each country? Is it going to be starting all at the same time all around the world?
It's going to be like domino effects. So whenever each country reaches like 6 o'clock in the morning, it's going to start ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking, like the domino effect. Each time zone. So it will be different for all the time zones, but they'll be at the same time for their time. So does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you. It is very helpful. And what will happen to the internet when the broadcast happens? A lot of people are wanting to know if they can email each other, for example.
Sensing for the first, when it first starts, it's going to have to be shut off, but it will go back on because we do want you supporting each other. It's just for the first day, you know, so people don't get some information, even though they'll be able to in some form, but on the whole, it will be held just so we could all start watching at the same time, at the designated time.
Thank you very much. And so, thank you. There are people who find comfort in online gaming. Can you give them advice about how they will be able to connect with their downtime?
With how, repeat the last part, what?
Some people use online gaming as their relaxation and to unwind. I think they're concerned that during the broadcast they may not be able to use their way to have their meditative state, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm seeing is the gaming is going on, but in the corner of it is the broadcast, so that way they could still hear what's going on.
Thank you so much. And for the people who do not have TV, how are they going to get this information?
It will actually be broadcast on the airways through like a hologram in the air, like it's going to actually be broadcast, like everybody will be able to see it.
Okay, can you expand more and explain that to us, please? How?
Using the heightened technology. Okay. Okay, she's afraid she's like making up answers, but this is what we're showing her.
And so,
Is the, okay, so we're seeing a big screen in the sky, like there will be a holographic TVs up so that way everybody could see. In the same way the airplanes for the 9/11 were a holograph, so too will there be a holographic TV. Like they have the technology to blast it so that way everybody can see what's going on.
incredible. Thank you so much. That's incredible. And so even people who, because we were sort of assuming maybe it might be like devices like phones and TVs, but that is definitely going to get people's attention, isn't it?
Yes, it will be on both, but as you said, there's many people, especially older people, are not going to know what's going on.
Okay. And how would you like people to approach this information? What is your advice?
Open-minded, open-hearted. It's important information, even with excitement. Open mind and open heart. That's really the best way to approach it. So that way you can actually hear the information and process it with an open mind and an open heart. And when you are in that state, you will also be of service to other people who are not able to do that, who did not have that direction, who are for sure going to be thrown off, although they're not, they're not going to be completely surprised just given the state of this year. However, it will be something new. There will be a calmness though underlying it because it will all be happening at the same time. And they will see nothing bad is happening. It is just information. Like finally somebody is going to be telling us the truth.
Thank you so much. Will airports still be open?
Yes, and they will be streaming the information as well.
I see. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to tell us about this broadcast before I ask more questions about something else?
Get popcorn.
Okay, thank you so much.
This is the most exciting time of your life, that finally the truth will be coming out. There is nothing more to fear than what you have already been through. Embrace it. Embrace your life and embrace this experience, this once in a lifetime experience of the culmination of everything, of all worlds, and the truth.
Thank you. And in terms of the date that this broadcast is going to start, what is the answer to that?
Okay, we are seeing this week, Wednesday, Thursday.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, we would like to understand a little bit more about the reptilians, please. We would like to understand how much they would eat on a daily average. I'm trying to understand how much they consume.
Seems 2 to 20 pounds of meat and flesh a day.
Okay, thank you. And sort of a rough estimate of the numbers of these reptilians on the planet. What is their numbers?
They're in the 100,000s, but they've mostly been taken out.
Okay, thank you.
Their victims are in the millions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And in terms of that topic, is there anything you would like us to know about the reptilians?
You're going to find them very gross and unthinkable. Will not be able to relate. However, they were just doing what they needed to do to survive.
Yes, thank you.
No consciousness.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I do understand. Thank you very much for that. And in terms of how they breed, is there anything you want us to understand about that?
I'm seeing eggs. I'm seeing eggs in laboratories and breeding centers.
Okay, thank you very much. And subconscious, will we know and be told about these reptilians during the broadcast?
Not necessarily. They will be alluded to. The public has to be very gently eased into this. It will be shocking enough what they are going to be hearing. Eventually they will know, but they need to be eased into the information. It is unfathomable what they have actually been living with and not knowing.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And that's the same with, is it the same with clones? The public won't know about clones from that broadcast?
Right.
Okay.
They have to be eased into all of this information. As it is, the technology of just having this holograph in this whole world, just looking at what is happening is already a shock. And the information coming out, it has to be done very methodically, very carefully, with love, but yet still the truth, not to shock people out of their skin, literally.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And subconscious, you said that it was going to be, I mean, you mentioned 6 a.m., but is that just an example? It's not literally going to be 6 a.m.?
It's possible. But 6 a.m. is a good time. It's before people go to work, before they go to school. Some will be woken up. So anything is possible. However, that is a good time.
Okay, thank you so much for this information. And for the people listening who are learning this information through these messages, what do you want them to know about them hearing this information earlier?
That they are loved, that they are being prepared ahead of time. The more people being prepared ahead of time actually sets up the human consciousness to be able to receive the information earlier. Meaning we affect each other. So when you're getting it, you are on some level affecting the human consciousness of being prepared and ready to receive the information. So good for you for seeking the information and enjoy it. And we say enjoy with a half heart, because obviously some of this will not be easy to enjoy. This is not just a show, it is the truth.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we do have some questions about people and their involvement in this. We would like to understand if people have been guilty of crimes against humanity or not. Are you willing to help us learn this information today?
We could speak about this.
Okay.
We'll do our best to answer you.
Okay, thank you. A lot of people have got questions about certain people, so thought we would ask. So thank you very much.
Yes, it's interesting, all of these questions. Eventually, you're going to be finding out the answers to all of these questions, but it's interesting. Now it seems like a priority, but when the information comes out, it's not going to be. So we could play and have fun.
Thank you. And what will be the priority after the broadcast? What would you think we should be asking if this is an appropriate question?
It's not inappropriate. It's just the magnanimity of what you will be witnessing. It's just, it will pale in comparison to specific celebrities and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Is there any topics and content that we do not know that will be quite surprising to us in that broadcast?
Some ET content will be very interesting, and it will be answering a lot of questions that the government has trying to suppress. But will no longer be suppressed. Again, this will be gently handed out and made people consciousness that has tried to scare people from ETs.
Okay, and isn't it kind of ironic that we should actually be scared of what the beings are already on Earth versus the ones that potentially could be trying to, in quotation marks, invade us?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They're not trying to invade. They're trying to raise the consciousness. They're already very highly developed beings. So it is ironic, but as with everything, you've been lied to.
And all the beings and craft now that are surrounding the planet are actually here to lovingly help us, guide us through this coming.
Yes, they will be sending high vibrational energy of love. High vibrational energy. You will experience it as love, because that is what high vibrational energy feels like. While this is happening to support the human system,
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Because I was wondering about the content and children observing it. And I was sort of thinking maybe it might have started in the evenings when children were asleep. So that's very interesting. So when the children see this information, it will not bother them.
Yes, there is an inner knowingness of the children of truth anyway. And the nighttime is for sleep, so they will be able to sleep. It will be a good sleep, sound sleep, to prepare for the next day. The children will hear what they need to hear. Everyone will hear exactly what they need to hear, as the frequencies will be helping everyone hear what they need to hear. Nobody will be, it's not a frightening, it's just a knowing, a knowingness as they go through the information.
Thank you. And for the people that are going to stay on the old earth, how is their information going to be different versus the people going to the new earth?
They will take it much more harshly.
Okay, can you elaborate on that?
They will be in denial of it. They will be fighting their own bodies and consciousness just like they do now. So they will be feeling something supporting them. They will be getting this information, but they will be wanting to block it out. It will be very painful, but it will be what it will be.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Subconscious.
You will be able to tell the difference. You will be able to tell the difference. People will try to help them, but they will not be. Some may even be violent, but they will not cause much harm.
Okay. Thank you so much. And in terms of the broadcast, are we be told about the other corrupt systems, or is it just going to be about the children?
Yes, the corrupt systems, because they go hand in hand, the government, the corrupt government, that is where you will also find the connection to Hollywood, deprogramming. It will go not necessarily into the individuals, but maybe some, and there's already been documentaries made, but this will go into more detail. We'll be painting the picture in totality. So there will be no longer questions.
Okay, and so
Exposing the corrupt governments. It will all tie together to make sense, which of course ties together to the children. Does that make sense?
yes, and so the banking system, for example, what will be disclosed?
Yeah. All the corruption, all the injustices. It will finally be clear that they are not the oppressors of themselves, that there is an oppressive system in place that is not now being taken out of place. There will be mixed feelings, but mostly eventually it will be joy because it will be lifted.
Thank you. And in terms of the medical system and industry?
Oh, so much corruption in the medical system. People will be furious, but that is why they have to be held by these frequencies. There's been so much corruption within the medical industry. It is appalling. People will, it's just like, some will vomit. It is horrific. It is the same structure that is infiltrated into the systems gathering children. It is all the same. They're all the same corruption infiltrating every single aspect. The food system weakens, so therefore get sick, go to doctors that are trained in certain medicines, most of which make you sick. Some helps, but only to produce other side effects later. It's an endless vicious cycle finally being erupted.
And what about the financial and banking systems?
Again, they will be unpacked. They will be all exposed and unpacked. They already know they're going through this. But now the people will be aware. There will be no more worries about money in the same sense. The banking industry is getting cleaned up. A huge financial system is coming in place.
And can you tell me more about that?
Yes, that is what Nasara, that is what Jasara is. They will be exposed more to the truth of what this is. The banking systems are getting online. They will be online.
And so what will money systems look like after this event then with the broadcast?
Fair. People will not be in such lack as they were. More of an abundant mindset and the birthright of abundance and the ability to live without the limitation of scarcity resting on their heads. It will be upgraded. Humanity will be upgraded.
Thank you. So after the broadcasts, will people go back to work as normal?
This is a good question. Some will. Some won't. So what? It will be interesting to see what happens, because many people are running on empty, just going to work because they need to get the bills paid. When they have the sense of security that they will be okay, they will feel a sense of responsibility still to go. However, it will be different. They will feel lighter and brighter about going. Not everybody will show up, though. There will be changes happening.
Thank you. And so for the people who are currently sick, how will they get healed, or what will they do when they know that the medicines they're taking are sick and the food they're eating will make them sick?
They will be getting better as the vibrations are healing. The higher level vibrations will be healing and upgrading them. So they will be in the process of healing. You could picture people taking out the IVs and just feeling love, healing. They will be able to hear the broadcast and feel what is going on and come back to their bodies Slowly, they will be, some faster than others. The ones who are very ready to get this information and to get out of their sick state will be healing. It will be the start of the healing.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Is there anything that you would like us to start asking questions about? Is there anything that you want to start telling us about for the future?
Last note, to some obsolete, as people will slowly begin to be restored. You can ask about these things. You can also continue in your line of questioning. There's no shame in it. Just so many more exciting things are happening. So many more prophecies, so much healing of the world, putting it into place. Like a disjointed, like a joint out of socket being just put right back into place on a global level.
Thank you. And what's the most important thing that we need to know right now?
That everything is good and everything is happening for your highest good. That you are loved and you are not a being of fear, you are a being of love, and you will continue to step more and more into who you truly are. The more and more that gets revealed, the higher and higher the consciousness goes, the higher and higher the upgrades are going. You'll become more and more in intuition. You'll be becoming more and more healthy. You'll become more and more in love. You'll become more and more in alignment with who you are. You'll become more and more in feeling good, in alignment with feeling right. You will start seeing things for what they are in a way that you never have been able to before. The veils will be lifted, the discernment. You will have discernment. It will not be easy, for most of which you have lived is not been true. It's gaslighting on the highest levels, and the whole world will be healing from this. All humanity will be going through this at the same time. The division that was trying to be created will be dissipating as all of us are experiencing the unity of the event as one human being, consciousness, love, oneness.
Thank you so much. And
While
so,
still retaining a sense of self.
while still retaining a sense of flow.
While still retaining the sense of self.
So during the broadcast, would you say that we would then, our mindsets would expand to the fifth dimension?
It will be the start. It will be the start, as if you were pressing the gas pedal after being on a stopped light. You don't just go 0 to 60. I mean, some do, but that is not the way that is safe. That is not the way. Some people do that for fun, but we're talking in the general. When you're stopped at a red light, you're not just pressing on the gas and just fast forwarding into things. You could hurt somebody, people could get hit. You need to slowly accelerate. And then when you're feeling the road is clearer and clearer, you may accelerate faster. That is where we will be holding. That is where we are taking you. The human consciousness, or babies, babies, babies. Do not feed baby steak. You'll finally feel the love and care that your Creator has for you in this, because it will be gentle but real.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of that. It's been incredible. And so after the broadcast, people will be more open to the understanding of actually what the shift to New Earth is going to mean.
Not necessarily to the new Earth. They will be able to see clearly the shifts that needs to happen. They will see the corruption in the media. They will see the big corruptions falling down. That is the purpose of this. It's to get everything into alignment. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much. And so it will be easier for people to see the bigger picture of why we were to go through certain things.
Yes, it also seems that there will be future broadcasts, not on such an extreme scale, but we will start getting used to a more honest media. Discernment will be very high. We'll be able to discern. It will be so obvious. There will be no need to lie because we'll be able to see through it. So more information will be coming.
Thank you so much. And so am I to assume that there will be no American presidential election?
Not this is not clear because there will be something, but it is not. I'm not able to. It will not be in the way that you think it is now. That is what we can say. It won't be the way that you think it is now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the information. And it feels like after this broadcast, our lives will never really be the same ever again.
Correct. Thankfully.
Okay. Fantastic. Now suddenly all of my, in quotation marks, gossip about celebrities feel so insignificant. But we will go there.
It's okay.
Okay. So we would like to now understand Oprah Winfrey and what she's been doing. Has she been helping humanity?
Yes and no. She's been very harmful to humanity because she is trickery. She has gotten involved in trickery. She has been helpful to much destruction of life. She has been involved with many nefarious dealings. However, she has also brought much love into the world. She's also brought much connection and healing into the world by some of her higher vibrational guests, like Eckhart Tolle, the messages of Deepak, although we are just his messages, certain messages. Susan, I don't know, somebody named Susan is coming up. There's many, something with an S. Women, oh, Brene. There's something with an S. Interesting. This has helped her in her dealings because she has done both. She has worked with the very dark. She helped Obama to get elected. This is darkness. This was not helpful. This was not for humanity's greater good. Might have been for her greater good. This was not helpful for humanity. So she has done crimes against humanity, direct and indirect. Tried to distance herself, but cannot completely because of how involved and corrupt she got. Even though it was not necessarily her intention, nevertheless, she has been corrupted. She was also corrupted and brainwashed to think that what she was doing was for the greater good, even though it completely defies logic. She will be heartbreaking. However, people are and have been starting to wake up to the truth about her, even though many are still in the dark and will be shocked.
Thank you. And what's happening to her now?
She is in lockdown.
Okay.
She will be forced to watch the broadcast. She will be forced to sit through everything. We see her just on a chair, just sitting through everything.
Okay. Thank you so much. And what about Ellen DeGeneres?
She has been eliminated.
Okay.
She is more directly involved with crimes against humanity.
Can you tell us when she was eliminated?
Some months ago.
Okay. And
possibly even a year ago. Some months. Yeah.
okay. So releasing a clone.
She did have a clone. The clone now is on lockdown, but even the clone will soon be eliminated.
Okay. Thank you. And is this the same as your wife as well?
No. Seems more like that was a business transaction, not so much an actual matrimony.
Okay. Thank you.
Wife is not involved in the same way that Ellen was. It's different. She was paid. It's a big show.
Okay, thank you very much, subconscious. Are we able to learn more about the med beds? Will we be able to use them, and will they be on the new earth, and are they needed to be on the new earth?
They're not needed on the new earth. However, on this earth, they are very badly needed. So yes, they will be, again, as more information is exposed and more healing is happening, people will be getting the medical attention that they actually need. And the med beds will be introduced. I'm actually seeing Trump as introducing them.
And will people who need them have access to them?
Yes, yes, they will. Yeah, they will be replacing the Cabal medicine. They are actually going to help people. They will be distributed widely. They were like the ventilators being produced massively. I just want to say that that's what he was referring to. She is questioning this, but this is what is coming through. This is what is coming through. They have been being mass produced. They're not even so hard to be produced.
And where did we get this technology to be able to make them?
They've always had this technology. They've always had violet light. They've always had the technology. Now they're just being produced on a mass scale. Hospitals will have them. It will be released. So much good things, so much good technology will start being released. It will be a breath of fresh air for everybody. Like they could all breathe a deep sigh of relief. Finally, there is a solution. Finally, we're getting the cures.
Thank you so much. I really appreciated hearing more about that. It's so intriguing. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Um, ask about the Dalai Lama, please. And what is his agenda?
Can you please repeat? You broke up and she was breathing.
Okay, certainly. And we would like to know about the Dalai Lama, and is he helpful for humanity or something else?
He's a clone. He was caught with crimes against humanity. He became corrupted. He did have beautiful messages. I'm seeing his connection somehow with Oprah. It's interesting.
Okay. And what type of
The messages that resonate are true. He was a man. Go ahead.
what was his crimes against humanity?
The children. He got involved with the children. He made it easier for the wealthy elites to get access to the children because people trusted him. He was losing his serenity and was able to be corrupted little by little.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And what can you tell us about the current Pope, please?
Well, he has been eliminated. There is a clone in his place, but he has been eliminated.
And what was his crimes?
The covering up and engaging in pedophilic and satanic activities and rituals.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we would like to know about Keanu Reeves and what he's been doing.
She's concerned to answer. Let's see if we could come through.
Okay. And she can enjoy the way it feels to have nothing to worry about. And she can enjoy relaxation, moving through her body, and if there is any tension in her body, it will flow right out.
He was very loved. He did get corrupted.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll just move on. And then what about Jim Carrey, please?
Well, you are you are seeing his clone.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any big name celebrities that are innocent and have done no crimes against humanity? I want to ask at this point.
He has not done crimes against humanity. He had awakened and they eliminated him and cloned him.
Well, that makes me feel very sad.
What?
It makes me feel very sad.
Yes. That child actor, Fred Savage, did not do crimes against humanity.
Thank you. I think I realized, I'm still processing all of this, that the pressure to go along with what everyone else was doing was so great, and that the having to continue on was such a risk for people's lives. They either went with it or killed. And then I guess this is the reason why so many of them had to fake their own deaths.
Yes, you're. Are you still there?
Yes, I am. Sorry. I'm just realizing and processing all this information about how people have been killed for knowing this information earlier.
Yes, it was an unbelievable amount of pressure. Can't even judge them. They went to get their dreams, and then it's a no way out situation. That is what the evil is. There is no way out. Just like a person, even if they don't have a predisposition to becoming a drug addict, if they do cocaine, they will become a drug addict. So similar here is when you have good intentions and want to be seen for your talents and to feel excuse me, worthy, and wanting to make that name for yourself, it's the pressure is, and they created it this way on purpose. so that way people's mental states will not be in a state of power and their own sovereignty. The whole idea is to take away their power and their sovereignty, to make those easily or more easily to be corrupted with their programming and their mind control. And most of them were very easy to break. Not all of them. Some of them just did not involve themselves in the parties, but were still talented. They're the fringe few, but they exist. There are actors and singers that have had talents since something was going on and just stayed. And the Cabal already had enough people that actually the people the industry.
Are you able to repeat the last statement?
Yes. Which part did you hear?
The statement about the Cabal having enough people.
So the Cabal created the system to be submissive. They created from knowing and understanding the human mind and how breakable it is and how easily it is to be corrupted given certain pressures, and also the standings of generational abuse of what they've experienced from wars, from their parents, from society, which of course was Cabal created all of it. So they knew exactly what it would take to start the corruption in many people who were just so needy of having things to be their own way, needy to be recognized as a star. However, there were also those who maintained their serenity and moral compass that were not involved in the parties, that were distancing themselves in most ways that they could. They did not mind that they were ostracized from the other ones. They were always the ones with the integrity. The Cabal kept them because it legitimized the industry to have people that did have pure talents that were not completely corrupted. So they had tabs on them, however, they allowed them to remain as they were, uncorrupted.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And then we have a question about the Hopi prophecy and the appearance of the blue kachina. Are the flashes going to be seen as a form of the blue kachina?
Those who are aware of it will see it as that.
And for the people who are not aware of it, what will they see?
They will see it as the way that they understand it in terms of their own spiritual agenda. They will understand it in the way that they understand the prophecies themselves. It will start waking them up to some things being true and some things not being true. But yes, it will be making sense. All the prophecies and the way that the people have been inclined to learning about them, those will be speaking to them at that moment. It will be euphoric. It is that moment that it will make sense to everyone on their own level in the way that they see it.
Thank you. And so can I ask, for example, what will the Jewish communities be seeing in the future?
They will be experiencing their own love and their own lights, and the breakdown of fear and the freedom that they've always been yearning for. They will see the times of the coming of their Mashiach. They will see it starting to unfold. They will feel it. They will know that that's what it is. They will see the prophecies of the healthy, of the sick getting healthy, of there being no more need for hospitals. Everything will start coming into their reality. They will let down their guard. They will not even realize that they are letting it down. It will just be resonating in their souls. Also, the abundance of gold will be like sand on the seashore. The prophecies that they have known will start to be coming real and more into fruition.
Thank you so much. And for the Jehovah's Witness communities, what will they see?
They will see their God. They will hear prophecies. They will see the good. They will see the discernment as the Jews, as the other Christians. They will all be able to see the discernment of what was real and what was not more easily. So that way they will be coming in to their own souls. They will see Jesus. They will see the prophets. They will start to see what they have been creating.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for all that you've been giving us today. That was incredible. Is there a final message you would like to give, Virad, please?
The fun is just starting to begin. It's a message for her, but it's also a message for humanity. Well, maybe sometimes more particular because of the religious involvement. But buckle up. More and more truth is to be revealed. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue doing this work. Continue spreading your light. You are affecting so many people you don't even realize. Continue to do your broadcasting. Continue to following your own intuition, knowing you are not making any mistakes. Even if you invest in dollars, it does not matter. You are always doing what is the right thing for you when you are feeling your intuition. Moving out of a place of doubt will allow you to stream forth more of this information. You are doing very well. You are here to be moving into the new earth. You are here as a transitioner to help people transition from one stage to another stage. This is a very holy mission. This is the mission we have asked you to do because you understand so much of the 3D world. You have already been doing it, and you will continue, especially now. You will feel more support. You will feel very supported by the new energies that come in finally you will not be hindered. It won't be that it's scary, because now everybody will be knowing more of the information that you have. So therefore you'll be able to be sharing on a more honest level. And this will all be revealed slowly but surely as you continue to move forward in your work. Your work will reveal itself to you. You do not have to chase it. You are excited by this work. Of course you are, because it is your highest excitement, because it is your purpose. You will soon be living in your purpose completely, not needing to be going to your job. You will see, you, like many, will be moving into your new purpose, and other people will be filling those positions because that is what is meant for them. Everybody will be switching into their alignments. Everybody will be stepping into their highest truths. There will be no lack. There will only be people moving into where they need to be. Some people will be moving into serving and loving, to be of service, even what used to be considered not such a high role, meaning janitorial or cooking or cleaning. Everything will be filled. Everybody is made to fill their own joys, and everybody will be moving into it without judgment, but with the highest level of love and enjoyment of their own life, and how they bring their particular gifts to this. Of course, soon there will not even be need for janitors. That is actually more the truth, because everything will be being cleaned up. Everybody will be cleaning up their own stuff, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We're doing a wash. There'll be a wash through. So everybody's divine purpose in creation, they will be feeling it more and more, that always has already existed within them, but will be sparking out, meaning they will feel it more and will be guided more. And the bureaucracy will start to be leaving, because it is not real. It has only been holding you back from experiencing your true purposes. So little by little it will be going, some faster than others, because more truth will be revealed. It will be so obvious what is happening. It's going to be so exciting. You're going to be able to experience a new level of love with your children as you all become more in alignment with the truth and the love. They will be seeing you and respecting you much more now, much more to come, and loving you and asking you questions. And you will have the answers, and they will have the answers, and you will watch them grow to where they no longer need you. And you are just in awe of watching them. And this is how it will be with families. We will be in awe and in love as people shift, as they heal, as old stories are being let go. As forgiveness is taking place. The real human experience is able to be experienced for so many, where they get to see how they have harmed, where they get to amend, where we get to move forward. It is a beautiful time for human consciousness, and she should know she is all part of this happening and part of guiding them through this. So go forth, our soldier, with bravery and love, kindness and compassion. More will be revealed. And enjoy.
Thank you so much, Subconscious. I know she's really going to appreciate that message. And can I ask, please, when everyone is healed and after all this broadcast and all this amazing, wonderful things happen, why is it still a need for us to shift into the new earth?
There has to be a level of global healing in order to have the consciousness ready and able to experience that shift. It is completely necessary. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
They
does.
need to experience the transition. They need to finally be able to enjoy their life on this planet and experience the truth, so that way they could experience the transition. It is all in divine timing, and it all is divinely planned. And it all is necessary for the healing process and the moving process and the shifting process and the healing process, which we have just said.
I love this so much. Thank you so, so, so much. Is there a final message for me, please?
So do we love this so much. We love you so much. Your work is preparing everybody. Again, what you are doing is allowing people to get information that they normally would not have access to. The people who are under are able to recognize that there is a level of information available that they have not been available and privy to, that they are able to tap into a higher level of consciousness. So we thank you for that, because it is always available to people. You are doing very well on your journey and learning the lessons that you need to be learning. We encourage you to continue, and thank you for your integrity with this work and owning your own power, because you are developing into the person that you need to become as well to assist with this massive transition. So we thank you.
Thank you. As always, I dedicate this work to Dolores.
Yes, she is very proud of you. You are getting emotional, but as you heal, it's very beautiful. You're very beautiful. She appreciates you very much.
Thank you. I always get so passionate about that amazing woman. And I know it's not just her, I know it's for you guys as well, and everyone that's been trying to help humanity. So I feel so honored to be able to just do the best I can. So thank you so much.
Yes. You're welcome. You have gone through hell. So many have gone through such to get them to the place of where you are now. So we thank you for honoring your life contracts and for getting ready for this big, beautiful shift in consciousness, and for your beautiful heart and soul being part of all of this. Thank you.
Thank you. I know so many people are going to be just so pleased to hear the truth about your message today, as always. So thank you so much for honoring us with your amazing wisdom once again. Thank you.
Our honor and privilege. We love you. That is the message.